Pooltap Archaeology Update.
So what you're seeing here is one of my current projects, and it is a PC power supply. I don't know exactly how old it is. I saw one date somewhere saying 2007, but I had the impression that the PC I got it from, which I picked up from a bin, was actually older than that. I think I was sort of thinking 15 to 20 years maybe. But then again, it is a 300 watts power supply. And I can say that in the early 2000s, nobody had a 300 watts power supply because that was only for the hardcore gamers. And this PC is not the type that came from a hardcore gamer, is my guess. So it is my current project. It's one of my current projects. I always have too many projects going on at one time. And my idea is to use it either in a power supply setup where I can use it to power my other electronic projects, or maybe use it in a modular synthesizer. However, I'm also worried about this thing because it is a lot of work, and what I mainly have to do is I have to change out the capacitors. These things here are the capacitors, and if you look at the left one, maybe I can point to it a bit. This one, you can see it's a bit domed on top, and this means it is old and it needs to be changed. And if you're starting to change one capacitor, you best do all capacitors because, well, they're probably all bad if one is bad or close to bad. So, but as you can also see, there's this putty here, this glue, this sticky, nasty glue, which means that getting them out of the circuit board is going to be quite a challenge. So my guess is that, doing this, I think if I take another hour, I probably have the old circuit board out. To get all the capacitors out is probably at least another hour. Then I have to order the new ones. Make sure they're the right size, which is not really something I do every day. I'm guessing that it might take me another entire day to get this thing working again. Knowing that I can get, a bench power supply for 50 euros, which is about, I think, $55 or something, dollars. But still, my idea is that I have to try it. If not just for myself, I have to try it as an archaeological project. If I am not repairing this thing, it will simply be scrapped. It will be binned by me, probably at the municipal scrapyard, and it will just be, molten over and destroyed. And I really think that's not the way to go with electronic equipment. We should have more care for what we own. We should have more care for what we produce, and we should at least attempt or try to repair it if this is possible. And really, repairing this thing is not that hard. It's just a matter of ordering some components and taking the time to put them in. Thinking about this in an economical way, saying that the time does not weigh up against the savings that I make for not buying a new one. That's not the way to go. That's the way of thinking that brought us in our current situation with the climate crisis and other problems we have in the world. So we must not think in this hasty economical way where we always try to cheap out on things. We always want to be on the first row for the least money. We have to take more efforts to get more in balance with our environment. So I think it's going to be a long-term project. I will not be finishing this thing anytime soon. So I'm going to create a box where it's going to be put in so I can work on it for several minutes at a time, whenever I have the time. And slowly I'll be getting there in restoring this power supply and using it again.